Hello, my name is Steve Gearhart, and this is the Otaku Observer. Thank you very much for stopping by and watching. This one's going to be a really short one because it's one of the interlude videos between now and when the season starts up. Next week I'll tell you more about that. In the meantime, I just want to talk a little bit since I'm in my kitchen. I want to tell you guys how I've been watching Korean street food videos on YouTube, and they're pretty amazing. Some of the stuff they make is just like looks really really good, like the pancake egg bread stuff that looks awesome. Sometimes they put cheese in there, which is even better. Sometimes shrimp, that I really would like to try that. They just make some really interesting stuff, and I'm a foodie and I cook and I am very experimental with food. There's very little I won't try, there's very little that I don't eat, and even the stuff that I don't really like, it's because it's not seasoned the right way. Otherwise I would actually eat it. But the Korean street food stuff is really good, and it's just it's a lot of fried stuff. And one of the things that I get a kick out of is when I see them like grease up their cooking service, the grill, and they have these huge, like, the stick of butters for us is just like this big, and then for them it's just like this huge thing, and it's just like brrr, and you put it on there, and it greases up the heating surface, and you throw your ham on there, and you make these omelet sandwiches, these ham sandwiches, just these wonderful things. I can't say enough. Like, one of my favorites is how they make what looks to be ground pork, and they put it in a big bowl, and they put breadcrumbs and spring onions and all these different seasonings and flavorings and onions and things like that, and they mix it all together. And then they go to another station, and you have these giant, not these huge, like hard-boiled eggs, and you wrap them in the ground pork, and then you wrap like bacon around that, and you heat it up, and then you put kind of a glaze on it. It looks to me like there's one glaze that looks like maybe maple or honey. That sounds really good on bacon and meat products like that, or almost like what seems to be like maybe a barbecue glaze. I'm not sure. There's not a whole lot of explanation going on in these videos. And so these foods look really, really great until they start putting all the different sauces on it. And it almost, to me, it looks like it ruins the food. It's like they're drowning their food in all these different sauces. Now, I can usually identify the ketchup. I can identify sriracha most of the time, mayo. But then they put this other stuff on it, and I'm just like, I have no idea. So I would really like to try these things, but unfortunately here in my part of America, which is Baltimore, even though there is a very large Korean population, I actually have quite a few different choices of Korean grocery stores to go to get Asian stuff. It's really kind of cool. And we have a lot of Korean barbecues around, which is even better. But we don't really have the Korean street food, so it's not something that I can readily find. So if you're Korean and you have family in my part of the world, or if you're Korean American and have family in my part of the world, or live in this part of the world, and you know where to get Korean street food, if you can tell me if there's a festival that showcases this stuff, or that I can find it at these festivals, or when to go to the grocery stores, or what restaurant might serve these kinds of things, please let me know down below, because I really want to try some of this stuff. Because for all I know, even though I think there's too much sauce being put on stuff, maybe they are actually flavor enhancers, and I'm not being joking, I'm not being serious, that I'm not aware of, that makes what appears to be something really great awesome. I don't know until I try, and I'm willing to try, but I gotta find them, and I don't know where to find them. So maybe you can explain to me, if you're Korean or if you're Korean American, maybe you can explain to me what these sauces are, where I can find them in the Baltimore area, and the best way to eat them. And just let me know how I can do this stuff. And there's another question I would like to ask Koreans or Korean Americans, and that is this: how come you guys don't have heart attacks? Okay, I had congestive heart failure a few years ago and I almost died. But how come you guys don't? I mean, it just looks like everything you eat hardens your arteries. So how come you guys don't have heart attacks? Anyway, just let me down below. Again, my name is Steve Gearhart. This is the Otaku Observer. Thank you very much for watching, and come by next week because I'm going to talk about the future of the channel.